First of all, I want to congratulate United Way on the creation of the WayPoint centers. And thank you to Toyota, Kentucky, for making this possible. Like many initiatives inside City Hall, WayPoint Centers relies on strong partnerships. And you know, if we learned one thing during the pandemic, we learned partnerships are what made everything work. We can't do this without partnerships. So the city has been a partner with the United Way for years. And today we're expanding that partnership by providing homes for 2 WayPoint centers. They are being established here in the West End at our Black and Williams Neighborhood Center, and in the East End at our Charles Young Center, among other locations. So these centers will offer a variety of services and support for families and individuals living in underserved and low-income neighborhoods. These centers address several of the recommendations made by my Commission on Racial Justice and Equality. We all know that real change will take all of us working together. And through the racial justice recommendations and initiatives, like the WayPoint Centers, we are truly building a Lexington that's better for everyone, not just for one group of people, for everyone. So I thank you very much, and now we will hear from Timothy Johnson, United Way of the Bluegrass. Timothy.
Thank you, Mayor Gordon. We particularly appreciate the strong support that we've enjoyed with LFUCG. And we want to thank all of our friends, our supporters, our donors, community members for being here today to help us kick off your United Way and this new initiative. And as you said, it's always dangerous when you start naming folks, but I'm going to take a chance. And I see some great partners in the room. See Paula from the Y, Bradley Stevenson, David Cosart. I feel like we were just celebrating your grand opening just a couple of weeks ago. So great to see you here. Council members McGurn and Brown, Chief, and others. Before I give my remarks, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge members of my incredible board of directors who are here today to support us as well. So I want to say special thanks to Mary Meixelsberger, our vice chair, Paul Rook, our immediate past chair, Brandon Eason, Maura Smith of Toyota, Chaz Sargent, Dr. Steve Yates, and Ann Brooks, who's one of our newest board members, officially as of today. I also like to thank members of United Way's Centennial Chairman Circle and the Centennial Committee for being here and showing your support to us today. WayPoint's mission is simple. It's to create an access point for families and individuals to provide vital programming to people living in underserved neighborhoods, including the West End of Lexington, where we are assembled here today. United Way to Bluegrass's goal is for this exciting new initiative to help area residents overcome the academic, social, and economic challenges to success, and to do it in a 2-generational approach, focused on both children and families. The center will offer individuals and families a waypoint, or a stopping point, on their journey towards financial stability, better physical and mental health, and long-term success. WayPoint Centers will coordinate an ecosystem of partners and programs to have the greatest impact on families and a place-based anchor in their communities. When we were looking at potential locations for WayPoint Centers, we studied by census tract which areas of the city needed the most. The three lowest communities and neighborhoods across central Kentucky are communities of color and predominantly African American. What was more concerning is that despite these neighborhoods being in the highest needs of services, they also were the least likely to have immediate access to human services within walking distance. So that was a barrier to people getting the types of help and services that they need. The WayPoint Center is meant to be a change, the WayPoint Center is going to change that by providing access to a comprehensive suite of services in a way that addresses the whole family unit and the complex challenges associated with economic mobility and empowerment. So these centers will help families and communities to build and foster greater resiliency and a fuller toolkit when the next challenge happens, whether nationally or locally. It's not if, but when. COVID-19's negative impact on low-income communities really exacerbated many issues. And the WayPoint Centers will help people with immediate and basic needs. But these centers will also help open doors and connect people to long-term changing solutions. So today marks the grand opening of our first 3 WayPoint centers in the Bluegrass, including locations here at the Black and Williams Center, of course, the Charles Young Center in the East End, and in downtown Paris. Over the next 5 years, we plan to launch and replicate additional centers across the region. So thank you to the City of Lexington and to the Paris Bourbon County YMCA for your partnership. And thank you for our board for leading the transformation and collective impact strategy for United Way to Bluegrass. As United Way to Bluegrass evolves into the modern-day organization that not only our community needs, but deserves, this new initiative is a bold step towards helping improve the lives of our most vulnerable citizens. So I'd like to give some special recognition today to Toyota Kentucky and Valvoline. Their enduring partnership and generous financial support are helping make this effort possible, as well as all of you future United Way donors, for those who are not donors yet. Now, I'd like to introduce a great business leader and partner in our region, but more importantly, our friend, Susan Elkington, president of Toyota Kentucky.
Sorry. I'm not used to being that close to somebody again. Well, first of all, I'll say thank you, Timothy, and congratulations on this first WayPoint Center. As I was thought about what my comments should be, I really sort of reflected on our values at Toyota and United Way and what this means. And first of all, we have been partners in United Way basically since our plant opened up in 1988. So 35 years we've been around in Georgetown, Kentucky, and this connection continues to grow, and very proud to be part of that. And one of the things I think about is with Toyota is we have respect for people. And respect for people basically means as a company, we cannot succeed if our team members don't succeed, if our communities can't succeed. And in order to do that, you have to provide resources. But more importantly, it's about having a heart and caring. And I truly believe that this access point, this waypoint, provides the resources. But with Jerry and Tim's leadership, you guys provide the heart and the care to help make that happen, along with your team. I was so impressed today in spending time, and the amount of time that you're already going out to see the community. You come from this community. No one's going to care anymore. And so this is really a way to provide those resources so that you can do, not just care, but you can actually make a difference. So I'm just so excited to be part of that. It's really about, being able to find that childcare, the job training, the education and opportunities for affordable housing, and really making a change, as you said, not just for today, but for the future and for the generations that will come. So I really believe that center is instrumental resource and critical investment, and that's why Toyota has chosen to make this investment. And we chose it with a partner that we've had for so many years, because we know that we have to have that heart and that caring to actually make it happen. And I challenge other businesses to help join this, because it can't do it alone. It takes us all as a community to really, truly make a change. And I feel strongly that we can make that change here in Lexington. Mayor, I really appreciate everything you've already done, but we can really make this change. And this is one of those steps to help make that happen. And we will continue to partner, not just with funds, but also other ways to help make that change, because we care too. Thank you.
Well, that wraps up the formal program part of our morning, but I would like to invite the mayor and Susan back up here so we can take our ceremonial ribbon cutting picture, if you would mind.
Uh-oh.
I guess we'll come over in front of the Stephen repeat.
Cut itself.
Scissors.
Scissors.
Ah.
Hold that here for a second.
Now I'm dangerous.
I'm glad I'm next to a nurse.
Okay, are we ready?
All right.
Count of three. One, two, three.
These are pretty good.